So I want to talk a little bit about naming your cells so that instead of having the cell reference, then you can name it and actually give it an appropriate name so that when you refer to that cell in a formula, you can see the name of the cell rather than the cell reference. And that makes it a little easier to read the formulas. So let's say, for example, in this house payment data, I've got the price of the house. So I'll go in, and one way that I can name it is to click on the cell for the value and then go to the name box, and I'll type in price as the name of the cell and then press enter. Okay, so if I go back up here, you can see price. I'll do the same for these. I'm going to call that down and underscore payment and press enter. I'll use an underscore and be consistent. So I'm just clicking in the cell, going to the name box and typing in the name and pressing enter. So I can go back in and see each of those. Okay, so let's say I wanted to go to the monthly payment and I wanted to go back in and change that and refer to the cell by the name. Okay, so if I've already got the formulas in there, I can go in and change those. Otherwise, if you click and create the formula from scratch, it will use those named references. Okay, so what I'll do is go into the payment function, and one way that you can do it is go here into the formula bar and highlight B16 and then click on B16 here. And you can see that it changes it to that named reference. Okay, so I'll press enter there. And the other way that you can go in and do it is click on the insert function button here or under the formula tab. And you can highlight the cell here, click here, and the same here. You can click here. Okay, so that means that that formula is now much easier to read rather than using the cell references. So we could go in and do the same thing for these. We could highlight here, go to B17, this is B18, and then B15, and then just press enter. So you can see how those are much easier to read, especially if someone else is looking at your spreadsheet to see what the formulas are that you used. So I hope that helps in learning a little bit more about named cells in Excel.